Hello, this is Belina from Skies Are the Scariest, a digital dungeons campaign. Music and audio by Syrinscape. Thank you for listening.
Looks like that works to me.
Can you do something about my
All right, we're good to go. When last we left off, you guys had been investigating the ancient Cursed Woods, and you kind of discovered that after defeating this banshee, it appeared that the strange ghost-like creatures that existed at Harkin's clearing were not time trapped. They were actually like lost spirits, doomed to ever repeat the final day that they lived upon this earth, uh, the day prior to their death. So you decided to spend the night there because you were no longer worried that you'd be stuck in an infinite time loop, and then head out to try to investigate what might have cursed this ancient land, where you came across uh, ancient druid on circle full of Eldrin elves. They were dark and sorrowful. Their skin tinged blue with icy hair and seemed to have this melancholic aura about them, a sense of loss, a sense that nothing that they would ever do would ever matter. Uh, Everything was a lost cause. And they told us a tale about how in ancient times these people had come to colonize this island, which actually served as a sort of bridge between this world and the realm of the Fae, where they found themselves from. And the Aetherwood exists as a sort of conduit between this Fae realm and the Prime Material realm. It allows them to be able to tap in to allow the Fae creatures to come to this island. And with the ever growing threat of these Empire loggers coming to try to kind of take over and harvest the Aetherwood, they felt they had no recourse except to try to summon an ancient being that could kind of eliminate them, get rid of the Empire people, and help save their realm. But the ritual went totally out of control, and they summoned this great beast of shadow that ended up corrupting the very essence of the magical aether crystals that kind of harnessed the portal link between the Feywild and them, and corrupted it with this essence of shadow and necrotic energy, and it ended up cursing the entire Fey Woods to where when people died, they couldn't pass on anymore. And it severed the connection of their homeworld and the Feywild itself. And though at first your party felt like it would be impossible for you to do anything about this without having a 1980s training montage in order to get stronger, eventually you all came to the determination that perhaps this was something you were capable of doing and you should give it a shot. So you agreed to investigate the ancient sanctum of these druids that they had abandoned long ago. And they gifted you a few special items, some crystals that were able to summon daylight and sunlight, the ability to, and they told you anything you find in there is pretty much yours if you could just rid them of this taint of darkness and restore the woods to their former glory. So you entered into this ancient, forgotten sanctum, explored around some. Uh, the first thing that kind of struck you as odd was the muted shadows that seemed to take even the basic, like your light cantrips, just muted it and made it nearly ineffective, which made it difficult for you to navigate through this world. But as you moved along, you fought various shadow beasts and demons, creatures that suck the strength out of you, the energy. Just it was a horrible and trying experience. But thankfully, the druids had prepared you with some special seeds that were able to restore your strength as you went through. You slaughtered beast and shadow creature alike, moving your way down. Johannan found an ancient cloak of storms that enhanced her connection to lightning and thunder magic. You found some magical seeds that seem to bring life and light to anything that you discovered. Somebody found something else that was really cool, but it's been a while and I forget what it was.
Shadow Strike gloves.
That was later after you
Oh,
killed
okay.
the thing.
Okay.
The moon swaddled armor.
Yeah, you found some special armor that works better during nighttime. Uh, so as you got through, you kind of ended up coming across this ancient the beast that they had summoned, this manifestation of shadow energy. And the battle was brutal and devastating. Drazar was pushed and knocked to the ground. He nearly died 3 or 4 times. He kept summoning shadows that were attacking you and doing devastating blows while he teleported, merging into the shadow, disappearing and reappearing, striking and flying and tearing into weakened people. But eventually, you managed to defeat this creature. Korg jumping from the platform, slamming into the beast. Johnny exploding with divine radiant energy against all enemies, domestic. And as you eliminated this beast, Belina ran forward and she slammed one of these tears of Gaia into these ancient aether crystals, and it purged the darkness from within them, and kind of natural light was restored to the Forgotten Sanctum, and you all felt more knowledgeable and experienced in your life as you kind of move forward. And we pick up with having just purged this shadow from these aether crystals within the temple, which for you spellcasters, Belina, Drazar, Johannan, you kind of, Drazar, you've seen one of these before. You know it's kind of like a primordial conduit of magic capable of holding like the raw essence of magic within it. And so from there you can kind of you had one once and you sold it for about 500 gold for this crystal at the time, not really sure what you could do with it, but you kind of feel that these are kind of the building blocks of magic, so to speak, like Lego magic. And that's where we pick up.
Oh my god. All the cameras shifted.
And while our stream master is having technical difficulties, what do you all choose to do?
Just I'm gonna lay down. I feel like I should lay
Can-
down.
So if everyone needs rest, I think I know something that can help keep us safe while we rest here. If we don't want to move from this spot until we feel better. I I I, I was learning something before, and I think I can do it now. If you all would like to try.
Yeah, that would be. I would like that.
So Belina's gonna go ahead and cast Leoman's tiny hut on this pedestal in the middle of this room, and
Right. So I'll
everybody
form a
can
nice
see when you're ready. Uh, where's the spell expect?
it's 10 foot, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure everybody's inside the area before I cast it. So
Everyone gets in this nice
It's
little bubble, and
cozy.
you get this kind of shimmering energy that seems to protect you all from this tiny hut.
and while we're in here, I'm gonna go ahead and long rest.
How long does this dome-like thing last? Is it like all the time, or is it like in like a little time?
It's like it should last wait that hang on.
Who's
It
throwing a party in their background?
don't
Drozar,
Yeah,
not using push to talk.
I was. I actually currently
it,
am.
it should be
It's the other Discord, probably.
it will last 8 hours,
Oh,
long enough for us all to get good sleep.
Then that is exactly what I want to do. I am going to go right to sleep now. I don't think I can even take another step.
Alright, so you guys are gonna take a long rest in here, using your
Whatever's tiny hut.
Human.
Lehman's tiny hut. Leonard
Alright.
Nimoy's tiny hut.
So you guys camp out here, nurse your wounds, rest for a long time under protection of this hut, and feel energized and more capable than you were before.
And there's birds.
Oh, sleep. That is much better.
And as you wake up, you are fully refreshed as the hut dissipates before you.
So, does anybody know exactly what that was that we were just fighting?
I'm assuming it's the, evil thing that they summoned to scare the humans off.
Was it like, it looked like it was just a shadow though, and it like teleported like all over.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Johnny and Drazar, how are you guys feeling? You guys got pretty beat up in that fight.
I feel better. My plates, tighten back down where they're supposed to be, so I'm not, bleeding out now.
Okay. Well, what should we do now? Probably go tell the.
Well, they probably assume we're dead. We've been in here so long, but yeah, we should go talk to the elves again.
Well, okay. Then I'm here. Let me help with the crossing of this bridge again, so that we don't fall that far down and get hurt again. And here, I take out my rope and have it tighten off to the other side so we have a little bit of support trying to cross this bridge. Again. Be a special rope.
Alright. So you use your magic rope and string it across the bridge again. So when you guys cross, you can use have advantage on your checks.
Still gonna fall and fucking die. Okay. How do I die?
Well, first you gotta roll.
Yeah, which one is it?
You can use athletics if you're using the rope, or acrobatics if you just want to rush across it fast. You have advantage using the rope with athletics. That's not how you roll
Guess
advantage,
it's not how you roll with advantage.
but
Let's do this again.
12 plus 6 would work fine with an 18 and you cross okay.
Okay, not that bad.
So we get to choose between that and
Yeah, between acrobatics or athletics.
Can I stand on the edge right here and just try and catch anybody coming across to help support them? I know it's feeble because they already have advantage, but I feel like that's something I would do.
Sure.
Right.
Yikes.
Oof.
Johnny, you're trying to rush across and your foot slips through a crack in the bridge where one of those slats are missing, and you trip and just face plant face first on the bridge as it rocks and starts to kind of to shake a little bit. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Can I try to stabilize the bridge?
Yeah, we'll say he can make that with advantage because
I don't need it.
okay, well you smack face first on there, but you manage to catch yourself as a core kind of stabilizes the bridge and you drag yourself across. And then
I at least turn it into like a little bit of a roll or something.
sure, why not?
So I have no idea what happened. I hit the advantage button and then I dropped the athletics and it only rolled 1.
Just go ahead and roll one more. Alright, and you managed to get across just fine. So everybody makes it across fine, utilizing Korg's magical rope, or just rushing across athletically. Belina, you pretty much you take a step and you just leap across the whole gap, no problem. Just land on the other side, and you all cross the bridge successfully.
So, do we want to try and go back the way we already know, or do we want to try and move up and see if there's a quicker route to get out?
I don't really want to try to cross that other bridge another time if we can avoid that.
So maybe go up, see if this way
But I
up here.
also don't want to fight any more people. I don't know. We probably
Well,
should.
we're at least recovered. We have our abilities. We can
Yeah, that
hopefully
is
get through.
So you guys are gonna go north.
Yeah.
You coming, Drizar?
Yes.
You pick up your rope.
Yeah, I got my rope. Or yeah, call my rope back, loosen it up, and bring it with me.
Alright, you just find another chamber that kind of goes across.
Assuming this just loops around.
Yeah, if you continue walking around, pretty much it loops around. Just comes back the other side.
Alright, so back the way we came.
Alright, you guys head back the way you came. You find another bridge with a long, deep gap below it that you have to attempt to cross again.
Or, well, I
With an-
mean, could we go the other way?
Sure.
What's that way? Or do we want to try and go over the gap?
We can try to go this way and help clear out any remaining spirits so that the druid people can have a complete.
You find a big empty room.
Oh, well, that's not the way.
Well, that's not okay. I guess we have to go across bridge.
Then, little rope, do your thing.
You send your little rope out again. Go ahead, everybody go ahead and make checks.
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna Misty Step to the other side of this.
Ooh. No. So,
Alright, Johnny just poof, and he appears on the other side.
Hey, that was
that's
way
the
easier,
brilliant
guys.
idea. Can I do that too? With my Shadow Strike gloves?
Let me double check what those let you do.
Says, additionally, when in dim light or darkness, you may use a bonus action to teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see that is also in dim light or darkness.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that works.
Poof!
Unintended consequences.
Look what I can do!
Nice.
So
What was
He
the
can just-
difficulty on it again?
It is a DC 15, but I see you got an 18 on your first check, so keep that. And I assume Jazar just flies across. He's not actually doing an acrobatics check to cross a
That's definitely
a
true.
gap.
100% true.
So Jazar just flies across because he tends to forget he has wings because he grew up with Kenku. You know, they don't fly a lot, so he forgets that. And you guys all successfully cross that secondary bridge.
Come here, little rope. Come back to me.
And you recollect your rope.
Oh, are we going this way?
if we're, doing a sweep.
Yeah, why
I
not?
feel like this place is more than clean enough. We don't need to sweep it. Let's just.
We should definitely
They-
clear it out.
They can clean it later. I don't really think we need to clean it for them.
See, your light's much more effective now. You notice that the suppressing effect from earlier isn't as bad, so you can see further as you explore. Most of these chambers just appear to be kind of dusky, empty, kind of corroded areas as you look within.
Do we see any like
Kinda
chests
looks
or
empty.
things?
No, it all just seems kind of your standard run-of-the-mill, run-down building.
It's over there.
To the north or to the west?
Down this little, small corridor.
Oh, we found something.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm gonna keep going this way. Oh, God. It's twisty and turny. There's an impenetrable barrier. Never mind. I feel like there might be. Oh, I don't know.
kind of twists and turns into this kind of more open room down here. And then there's nothing really in the room. It just kind of spreads out a little bit more. And then another little tunnel kind of cuts off over here to the left. And starts heading up to this area. And you find yourself opening up into a large chamber that has an ancient tree growing out of the tiled floor here. The tree is kind of rotted and kind of, it looks not too good. It's the leaves have fallen to the ground. The wood is warped, twisted, and blackened. It's just completely kind of this desiccated area. Along the sides, there's old like benches. It looks like maybe this was a place where people would sit, maybe pray or meditate. But now that it's completely run to ruin, there's not much kind of going on here.
Can I use the other seed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
do
is
that.
my
The crystal
thought.
on
Use
the
the
tree.
other seed.
The other crystal on the tree. Whatever it
So
was.
as you slap that tier of Gaia onto the tree, it's infused with this blessing of light and energy. And as you look at it, it slowly, the blackness begins to warp out of the tree and kind of oozes away. You see this vibrant coloring start to kind of come forth, and it just infuses the tree with energy. It immediately starts growing new green leaves that start to fill in, and it looks like a tree in the height of summer all of a sudden, just completely alive. The fragrance starts to like kind of fill the room, and just that smell of like kind of death and decay just completely disappears.
Well, if one seed will do all of that, I wonder what two will do. And I slam my seed on it as well.
Nice.
It just, this burst of life energy just explodes forth, and as you're watching it, it's just leaves start raining down. They start blossoming, like apples begin growing from it. It's not even an apple tree, and you're like, what's going on? And just fruit starts falling, and then some oranges and various just fruit just collapses on the ground, and then it kind of fades away from this burst of life and goes back to like this regular look.
I would like to collect some of the fruit.
I would also like to collect some of the fruit.
Ah, the orange will help with the
I wouldn't
scurvy
mind
later,
taking
guys.
it. I wouldn't mind taking it.
So there's like a whole assortment of various random fruits here. So some apples, oranges, lemons, limes, cherries. It just all just exploded in this magical energy of life source, and you guys can all kind of collect that up.
Yay, rations.
Make sure we save all of the oranges for the scurvy later, guys.
What does Cork know about?
I grew up on the pirate ship. I know all about
Sure.
that.
Sure.
All right, can we leave now? This place is. I don't want to be in here anymore.
Yeah. I think this was the last thing to find.
All right. So you guys make your way, heading back to the main place.
Can we go this way?
Yeah.
Can't see it, but I feel like it's gotta lead out.
It's kind of a circular chamber with some like little cutouts, and it continues to kind of run north. till it connects with that main primary chamber.
Was that stairs?
Those are the stairs out.
Oh. They look like they kind of look like they go down.
They go up. Don't be confused. They actually do look like they go down, but
Down to go up.
Look, I never said I was the greatest map maker.
But
Uh,
you have to get up to get down.
That's correct.
You guys leave the ancient forgotten sanctum and find yourself back upon the ancient stone circle of the land of the druids. It looks different now than it did before. You notice as you look at it, it's more that clinging shadow that seemed to stick to everything. The warped and twisted trees have kind of faded away, and things are more kind of natural. It still doesn't look like the like the height of like spring or summer, more like a winterish kind of start to come from behind kind of thing. But it's not. You definitely notice the difference having slain this shadow beast that was in this area. That the forest no longer has that kind of pervasive dark aura about it that was always setting you on edge before. That clinging fog and grasping shadows that kind of tore and clung to you throughout your time here has now disappeared and dissipated away.
Nice.
does anybody remember the way back to the elves?
I think it was Poynton.
It was straight to our southwest.
Go ahead and
Start
make a
walking.
survival check.
I don't have.
I'll do it.
I mean,
With advantage apparently. It's not marked, but it's gonna roll with it.
I could fly up and check for us.
Korg's got a pretty good idea of where to head. He's got that innate sense as an ancient outlander,
Mhm.
and it was southwest. They were correct.
This way, everybody. Let's go.
So you guys head out back towards the ancient druidic circle. As you make your way, you hear the sound of the birds chirping in the trees. Everything's much more kind of peaceful. Bird songs, the insects kind of have come back. Before there was that kind of oppressive stillness and silence that existed in this area, and that's kind of faded away. Some of the trees even appear to start to be growing kind of like new leaf, new growth, like they're starting to recover from uh the the curse that was upon this land. Much more vibrant and alive now than it was before. You definitely feel um there's like this energy in the air that wasn't there before, but it's more kind of like this vibrant zing that you kind of feel. It gives you like a quickness to your step, like this feeling of life and kind of energy. It kind of gives you like this sense of peace and joy within yourself that kind of like before, while everything was kind of grim and dark and kind of you felt like kind of pulled into yourself, this one kind of bursts forth with energy and life and vibrancy as you kind of move through these woods.
Did you guys notice that all of the creatures and stuff, they're not hissing at us anymore? Look out for the talking squirrels, though. They're still here somewhere, I'm sure.
I like that.
Do I see any squirrels?
You kind of look around, and you can see various squirrels and the like that.
Running up to a squirrel. Oh, hey, Mr. Druid, we did it! We took care of all of the shadows. Why is he
It just
running
kind of
from me?
it runs away. It chases off. It might be scared of Rumpelstiltskin,
Yeah,
Snakeskin, Rumpelsnakeskin.
Snakeskin.
Probably eats squirrels. I don't know what you fed him for the last several months, but I assume it's squirrel.
Mice.
Chip rats.
Yeah, from the
You're
ship.
after a couple hours travel, you kind of find your way back towards the ancient mystic grove of the druids. As you move in, kind of sunlight is kind of streaming forth into the glade. Which I do still have that map. If you need a reference. So as you enter, the first thing you notice is several of the people that are in here. They're now kind of frolicking. You hear the sounds of laughter and joy. Their skin is this kind of radiant color. The hair shines red and gold now, no longer like this dark, kind of icy blue of winter, but now more radiant with the light of sun and summer. And the previous one of them comes up to you. It looks vaguely familiar, like the druid that spoke to you in the past, but a little different. The jaw, is more vibrant. There's life. It's no longer as gaunt and pale, but it's recognizable as the original druid, and just runs up and just throws a massive hug around Johannan as you guys walk in, and just starts laughing. And it's like, you did it! You did it! You all finally did it! The curse has been lifted!
Do you
All right.
Yes.
We did.
know you?
Yes.
She's just casually trying to extract herself.
She just holds on. And, she doesn't really recognize how you are with this, and she just like slaps you on the back and then moves and like moves away from you. Several of the other druids they're laughing and start giving other members of the zoo crew hugs, and they're cheering and just overjoyed.
Okay. Belina's gonna go ahead and cast enhance ability Eagle Splendor. Uh,
What is that?
uh, and she's going to try and be very charismatic and diplomatic in
Okay.
talking to these individuals, and she's going to go ahead and broach the subject of the towns again now that we've cleared out their other problem.
Okay, so what exactly do you say to them?
So, so since we cleared out dungeon and this entire ordeal was caused, well, not dungeon, but your sanctum, and we fixed the problem with the crystals and the tree. The tree is now blooming too. We found that. Um, this whole thing was caused because you couldn't get along with the settler. Now, the settlers, being human, don't have the lifespan that you do. So they're all the ancestors of the ones that first came, and they are not pleased at all with the Empire. However, they are now beholden to the Empire. And in order to prevent the Empire from just coming in, taking over, and destroying everything, we need you uh, to work with us and work with them in finding a way to the Empire out.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Skill. Then 25.
Right, so, Gilthari, the archdruid of the circle, she nods kind of wisely, like, what you say makes a lot of sense, but answer me this, young creature of the forest. Do they still seek to harvest the ancient trees of this wood? The aether wood that gives it life and grace? Or have they abandoned
Unfortunately,
that quest?
Oh,
it's not
I
the townspeople themselves that want the trees anymore. It's still the Empire that thirsts for that. But we honestly, if there's a way to say it, find a middle ground on this so that we can provide the resource that the Empire seeks without coming here to just destroy everything. There was
She kind of
some.
shakes her head sadly. Like, I wish that we could find a peace on this matter. And you have done us great things, but as we told you before, our lifeblood is within the aether trees that exist on this island. For us to live here, it requires the trees to live here as well. I don't think we can give you what you seek for these empire folk.
Do you have any qualms with at least talking to the villagers and letting them know the situation so that maybe we can all come together and figure out a way to divert the Empire's attention to this place
I
because they're very well aware of it. They again, as I say, they thirst for the abilities that wood from ancient trees provide. So if
and
there was a way to meet and find a way to keep them.
Jazar, were you trying to say something?
oh
Or Johnny?
well
Well,
these go
go
ahead.
ahead, Drazar.
It seemed. I was just gonna add to this is like the people that live in the village themselves are not necessarily bad, but if some sort of compromise with them is not attained, the greater empire will send larger forces here to cause more problems.
So at the same time, though, like how long has this been cursed? Isn't this place pretty much written off as useless by the Empire at that point? That's why we came here, because it's kind of off the.
No, the Empire is much too stubborn. That's the reason they keep coming to the village to try and extract the taxes so that eventually they can null and void the land deed that they granted,
Mm,
and then they can just come in their army,
well, maybe we can
their
find another resource
resources.
here.
So, as you uh, as you mentioned that, Yothari, she's kind of deep in thought as you discuss, and she nods a little bit, and she looks at you. She's like, "The words you say make much sense, and there is much wisdom in what you speak of. A curse has affected both our peoples for too long, and your words, strange creatures of the forest and man of metal, they do sway my heart, and I would be willing to meet with these village elders to find a source. Perhaps there is something else that we could find upon the island besides the Aetherwood to slate the greed of these empires."
what about that crystal that we saw down inside of your temple thing?
Or do
I
the
don't think that's a
giants?
good idea. Though.
That crystal is vital, but perhaps there's something up in the giant's mouth.
Yeah, I'm with Johannan. Perhaps the giants have something.
Perhaps not many have made many forays into the mountains due to the giant sway there, but there is of course the chance for ore or precious metals within there. But you would have to brave a stead of giants. But you have done more powerful things than that, I suppose. So perhaps you do have it within yourself to be able to save this island. But why do you try so hard?
Yeah, why
We
do we try so hard?
Well, for one, we're not friends of the Empire. So, two, if we want to find, this is a ideal location to settle for a new base for us. The either the outlying islands, the mountains for protection in the area. It's a very good location. Not to mention the massive suffusion of aether, the magic here in this place. If we can fortify it from the Empire, this would be a good place to start off our new base.
Well, you'll always have a home here within the woods if that is what you desire. If we can find a peace between our peoples and our kind and these settlers from the Empire, I shall bequeath you a gift from us for finding peace upon the land. And she kind of holds up that crooked staff that she held before. And she's like, this is the staff of the seasons, the elements. It's handed down from the leader of this circle for time immemorial. You have saved my people. And if you can broker this peace and secure our future, then you are more worthy and deserving of this staff than myself. And I shall gift it unto you should we find a lasting peace between us.
Um,
Your offer is very generous, and even without such honors, we do wish to find peace for all of us on this island. It would be a beautiful place for us to call home, and we are currently homeless.
what are you talking about? We have the ship. We're not
The
homeless.
amethyst sky.
Yeah, we're not homeless at all.
But the ship compared to having a place to come back to resupply, restock, and just rest
That's what
versus
ports
always
are
being on
for.
the road.
And despite
But we could have a home port.
our overall reputation, we tend to like to help people.
The nicest pirates around.
Here,
Would
you're the
privateer
weirdest
be a better
pirates
term?
in the seven skies.
We're very kind-hearted pirates who look out for the little guys.
Unless you're the Empire.
Yeah, if you're the Empire, then go fuck yourself.
Then we'll kill your husband, burn your house down.
Or
I was not a part of that.
And a bunch of other people's houses too. Don't forget, like
I
you
I
said,
was
you burned down
not a
most.
part of
Hey,
that.
that's casualties. That's not our fault.
Actually, it kind of is.
No.
Your fault.
They shouldn't have built so closely to the Empire's people. That's their fault, not ours.
I
I
I
don't really want to talk
don't
about.
think that's how that works.
Could be. It's all in what you perceive it to be.
You perceive fish tacos.
Oh, could really use a fish taco. Mr. Druid, do you guys have any fish tacos?
Hey, that guy still owes us like 215 tacos.
So
Phil is probably dead.
make an intelligence check. Jazar.
Okay, thank God.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
Oh, no, that was intelligence.
That's a
That
save.
was a save, not a check, but it's the same amount.
It's about the
regardless.
same. Okay, go you
Well-
Clark. You pick one too.
Oh, this is gonna go great, guys. Don't worry. It'll be fine. No problems. Oh no.
Oh yes, yes.
what?
Yeah, you guys want some Phil's tacos?
Uh,
That's a thing.
what could possibly go wrong?
Did you share Phil's tacos with anyone else? Does anyone?
But Belina doesn't eat fish, so she's not worried
we
about
ran out of fish
thing.
tacos.
Oh yeah, a while ago.
So nobody
they would've
else
been bad by
could
now.
make an intelligence check right now.
No, I did not eat any fish tacos.
Did you hear about it? Did they tell you about it? Did
Oh
you see the
yes,
stand?
we heard.
You guys can
about
make
the Phil's
intelligence checks as well then.
Belina and
Everybody
Johanna will be
Okay.
the ones
Belina
I'm
and
to...
just
Johanna can as
confused
well.
because I don't know what anyone's talking about.
It's okay, Mr. Robot. When we get back to port one day, you will have the finest
Johnny-
fish taco you've ever had in your life.
I know nothing.
You've
Nothing
never
about
heard
these
of
fish
Phil
tacos.
tacos, Johnny and
Nothing.
Belina. It's the weirdest thing in the world to you. You don't. Yeah, you avoid it because you don't eat fish. You only eat vegetable.
You don't eat
And then
fish.
Johanan.
I eat vegetables. I'm a rabbit.
I'm a turtle, but that doesn't mean I don't eat things that I don't. I don't know.
Some
That was
snapping turtles eat meat. It's not uncommon.
Constitution, Johanan.
Love.
That's not what I thought. That's not what I
You
clicked.
tried eating one of our old fish tacos.
Tacos.
Okay.
I'd actually
Johanna.
rolled that.
You are not a fan of fish tacos, but you do know that Fish Tacos is an Empire-based franchise, and that if you were to bring down and destroy the Empire, Phil's Fish Tacos would probably go out of business because it's actually, it's part of the Empire. They got funding from the Empire. It's very popular across the Empire, but it's not an Outland type franchise. They're traded on the Empire equivalent of Nasdaq.
Why do you hate us?
But hold on, just one
Phil's-
minute.
Phil's Tacos.
Are they funded by the Empire or the 250 gold I put
We don't-
down?
you stop
on future
metagaming.
tacos?
You got a 0 on your intelligence check. Johanan.
He's
Phil's
funded by the
Fish
Empire.
Tacos
All my
is an
money.
Empire-based franchise.
10 gold left.
So basically, fish tacos in this world is the equivalent of Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Except we hate Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell here in this world, so I would assume.
I take it nobody got the movie reference. If my husband does not pop up with it,
I
I'm going
know.
to be very
I know. Oh my God. Demolition Man. Everything's Taco Bell.
Yeah.
The Taco Bell Wars?
The food.
Or
wars.
fast food
Yeah.
wars.
Everything's Taco Bell.
Yeah, the
Who's
fast
gonna
food
go
wars. Taco Bell
undercover
won.
and learn the recipe of Phil's Tacos so we can take it with us and start our own franchise in the Outlands.
Sitting over here going Jolly Green Giant instead now. See, I got the Jolly Green Giant jiggle stuck in my head because of you. Dang it, Kasha.
Yeah, so that's what
love you,
Johanan
Hon.
knows about Phil's Fish Tacos. That's why he was able to sell you, 250 tacos that you could redeem at any moment because it's a franchise that exists all across the Empire.
Well, I did not see a stand in this town. Okay.
Because this is in the outskirts. It's outside the Empire. You have to go deeper in the Empire to see more Phil's Fish Tacos, so you can redeem your vouchers for as many fish tacos as you want.
I'm disappointed.
Alright, maybe there's one good thing.
About the Empire.
Alright, so one of two things happens here. Either we convince Phil to take a trade with us, or we become Empire fighter, like pro-Empire, we just say screw everybody else.
Why don't we just go and kidnap Phil?
Just
I like this plan.
I mean-
It has very good ideas behind
You
it.
are pirates.
That's cool.
Yeah, we had our
Acqui-
first piratey act in a while.
Look, the last
haven't
time
done a lot of
we
pirating.
acted, we got slapped because we did the wrong thing.
we commandeered a ship. That was the last real thing.
Nah, we burned down half of a city. Murdered a town guard and orphaned his children. definitely piratey.
That was very piratey. That is true.
Oh, I was talking about the ship right after that.
We stole another ship.
Well, I mean, we didn't steal it, but we commandeered it. You know,
Yeah.
actually 2 ships all in one time at one
It's
time.
dead out.
We stole 1 ship.
The, I mean,
Oh, look, just
You
because
stole
I'm
Amethyst
the
Sky.
Captain Jack.
Yeah, yeah, and stole your current ship, and then you got the galleon, which got used, to blow up the entire pirate harbor.
Well, we don't talk about that.
You guys have done good things here, though.
Yeah, we're definitely tied to like a terrorist event now.
For the Empire, you're wanted terrorists. I don't know if your Phil's Tacos vouchers will still be good.
Sucks. I just lost like 200 gold.
Did you
I
have
think it
stock
was just
toppings?
200 tacos. They're only like a copper piece. I don't think you.
I gave him like 40 gold, and that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, it was a lot. That's why you get
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of tacos. So,
Am
all
I a
right.
shareholder yet? That's all I want to know.
But you guys are still in the mystical grove talking about Phil's fish tacos in front of the druids right now and franchising opportunities.
anyways, um, so, um, yeah, so we'll make our way back to the town. If you want to send an emissary or someone with us so that we can start talks or arrange a meeting.
Well, we might want to talk to them first so they're not like, surprised by the
Well, I mean,
event.
so we go to the one side of the river, and the sorcerer guy lets us back across, and then we go to the
Oh.
town. We talk. We leave the one of the emissary with at the other side of the river, and then we go to the town, and we say, "Hey, someone over here want to talk," and then we come back and they make a meeting, and then have talks, and then go from there.
That is a lot of work. What if instead of doing that, we don't do that and we go get some money?
Well,
Where are we getting the money?
There's plenty of missions to go do. Oh, there's plenty of missions to go do. Don't let the druids know, they might do it first.
Yeah, we do have.
Belina
Yildari
just
just looks
puts
at
her
Korg and
hand on
kind
her
of
head.
she raises one eyebrow as Korg whispers in a very loud whisper about not letting the druids know about the missions.
Like we could rob all of those magical items from the Empire, but remember that was something that we were gonna do. I think there was a couple
We
other
can
ones
at
too.
least initiate talks.
I mean, we're going that way anyways because our boat is back there. If we stop and say, "Hey, people want to talk,"
Hey, we do like
Also,
talking.
we might want to double check on a lot of that stuff because we've been out of the loop for a while. So wherever we thought we were going to encounter things probably isn't there anymore.
Yeah, can we talk to Jack and let her know that we're alive? Probably should contact her.
Yeah,
Ask
you
her
guys
if
could
it's
do that.
safe yet.
I'm sorry, player did not hear that last ask Jack what now?
Let her know that we're alive, and then we can move forward with getting more, money, because we do still have to pay all of our people, because we do have a crew still.
Yeah, but we're rich.
For how much longer? Did you remember how much it cost to hire those people?
it's like 40
Maybe.
gold a month at
Yeah, I
most
think we
right
can
No,
now.
pay them
no,
for like
No,
200
it was
years.
much,
it
much
was
more
much
than
more
that.
than that. Think you need
No,
to go.
because it was a silver piece for the new. Well, like it was like 5 silver for the
There's
new
there's a note for
blood.
your
There
crew
was
roster.
Yeah,
264
264.
a month.
month. Really?
Yeah,
It's very expensive. They are extravagant people who have lots of needs.
Plus
Plus, you
10%.
owe, yeah,
Yeah.
10% to your
To
fleet
Jack.
admiral.
We definitely
Right,
need
that's
to.
for new earnings. We already paid our 10% off the money we
Yeah.
made from the sale of the Black
Yeah,
Squall.
for all your new.
So any new earnings is 10%, not
Well,
off the money we already
I
have.
I
Yeah.
know, but we still have to pay a lot of money for those for the crew members.
Well, we also got new looted items. I figure that counts as some of the 10% taxable items.
Well, I don't know about that because these items will help us get more money later. If we give her the items, we are less likely to succeed on the next mission. Or we just send her
The gold
like,
equivalent?
yeah, like 20 platinum pieces and go, hey, here's the 10% from last month.
That's a lot. I don't think we actually made that much.
Well, I don't. That sounds right to me, but what do I know?
I mean,
I paid 40
Captain?
gold pieces for like
Can
a
we
few
start
tacos.
Captain,
walking?
What?
Captain, why don't we, if we are going to make this place our home, the druids and the village need to at least speak with each other. So let us make our how about we take them we take the representative with us, we make the necessary introductions, and we can plan our next move from there rather than arguing in the middle of very beautiful woods. But
Yeah, this
we
is
can
like
at
a
least be proactive.
top 20 to me. I don't think it's that great.
Korg,
What?
not here.
Oh, I mean, it's wonderful place you have here.
Korg,
druids.
Captain. Let's get the introductions made. Let's start working towards peace on the island so we can create a home port for ourselves. And we can figure out
Okay,
where we're going
let's
from
try
there.
to take care of all of these non-people way out in the middle of nowhere first, and then we'll go make some money. And probably
Thank you.
kill some more of those Empire bastards along the way, right?
That sounds beautiful, Captain. Very wise decision.
Let's do that then. Let's just go.
So, what's your final plan here?
We would.
So
Go ahead.
we're going to take a representative from the Eladrin here toward the town and arrange talks.
Yothari is
townsfolk.
willing to go with you.
Okay, and then we'll arrange the talks with the townspeople and figure out a way to get the Empire off the town's back, if at all possible, or at least come to a peace between the Eladrin and the townsfolk who don't like the Empire anymore.
Well,
And
well, I think it's something important. Ithari, do you know why the townspeople and the Empire wishes to destroy the forest?
The Empire discovered the secret of Aetherwood nearly 1,000 years ago when the first Empire, Gareth Mordan, used his powers to develop the first airships within the world.
Okay.
An airship can only be built from Aetherwood itself. It's the only wood that exists within the world that infused with enough aether to be light enough, and it gives the ships their ability to fly.
oh, I had an idea. So we're pirates, yes? We agree that we're privateers, pirates. What if we steal Aetherwood shipments from the Empire and then sell them back to the Empire from other places?
That reminds
could
me
work.
of somebody
Actually, a
I
good
know
idea.
called Hobbin Rud, who back in the day used to rob from the rich and give to the poor. What if we did that? And we stole from the Empire and gave it to the city, and the city could give it to the Empire to meet the quota.
That's literally what I just said.
You said we were gonna sell it back to them.
By we, I meant with the town. Sell it out.
That's
Give it.
how was I supposed to know that that's what you meant when you didn't say that?
Because
That might
you're an
put a lot
idiot.
of attention on why those deliveries start going missing. And then
But
suddenly
if we,
it starts producing from here again.
well, no, because there's already the woods here, so they have no reason to believe. If we can
But-
come up with a good lie that the people are already found a way to harvest from the woods, and then they have the supply coming from here now. The other supplies are getting hit, and we can leave markers from like
What happens when the trade
other
ships
pirate organizations.
start carrying heavy-duty weapons and take into vigilante justice to keep us off them? And then we have to
Well,
reveal
that'll
that
eventually
somebody's an
happen.
insider agent to the Empire.
Why would someone be an insider agent to the Empire?
Because somebody gets hurt and we did emergency escort.
That makes no sense.
His
Let's
name
just head back to the city and get this whole thing cleared up.
Well, if it will make sense because then we'll get 7 franchise movies that everybody will watch.
But what's a movie?
We'll start a GoFundMe or something.
What?
Kickstarter.
But
You guys are the worst.
all right. So yes, but I mean, at least it's something to get going for now, so the Empire doesn't focus here as much. If we
Well-
go
Mr.
steal the
Druid,
wood.
do you have any water?
I have water.
Oh, here, fill this mug right here with some water, please.
I used my decanter to fill up Korg's mug.
Ah, thank
With
you.
Cork's muck.
Yes,
Is that your tankard of drunkenness?
it might be.
What's your keyword for that again?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Put it on your
Was it-
notes.
I mean, sure. Do that. It's
Or no, your log, sorry.
it's
B-Bay. It was B-Bay.
Yeah, B-Bay.
You said it was B-Bay. I remember
B-Bay.
because you started with fish tacos. Like, wait, no, we use fish tacos for the belt, and then you're like,
the
was-
magic
'cause
word for
people
the
started
belt's
talking
fish
about-
taco.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah,
Every
we
time you
started-
yelled fish tacos and I just happened to be touching the belt, crap would pop out.
I mean, you guys forget about your secret info time, so I don't think there's anything in there except like a dagger or two, maybe.
I currently have a sniper rifle in there and a silk rope and Kasenki's
Okay.
lockpick set because she never took it back.
Okay. Okay. Your medieval sniper rifle. Yeah. Alright, so you guys prepare to head out with Yothari agrees to join you, and as you guys kind of start heading down, you know it's a multi-day journey in order to make it through here. The woods weren't very safe in the past, but you know things are looking up for you guys. So as you journey down, your first day kind of takes you into the heart of these woods here as you prepare to set up camp for the night. You check your main overland map.
Yep.
And then
Okay. Can I take a few minutes to walk around and gather food for everybody here?
sure. Go ahead and make a survival check for no, you can just forage normally because of your outlander
Yep.
ability, right?
We
Yeah.
also
Up
have
to
a
5 other people, I think, and myself. So,
We have magic fruit.
and we have a ton of fruit.
well,
You have
save the
magic fruit too. Lots of magic fruit.
Save the magic
could-
fruit.
we could make a
for-
fruit cake that isn't Korg.
We don't know how long the fruit will last. Yes, it may have come from a tree that was having an attack of magic, but fruit only has so long of a shelf life.
All right, you eat the fruit. I'm gonna go get something good.
I'm gonna eat the fruit. I have no problem
Yeah.
eating fruit.
I just want to keep an eye on the fruit and see if it starts to actually go bad.
Okay, so who's eating fruit right now?
Belina is eating fruit.
Okay.
Jahaman's
Everybody
enjoying
who
an
picked up fruit real quick, roll me 1d8.
Like picked it up in the dungeon or picked it up
Yeah,
in okay.
in the dungeon.
I rolled an 8, but for some reason it didn't register, even though
I guess that
oh,
doesn't count.
It landed on the stupid combat tracker. That's why.
Oh man.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of it being on an 8.
Do it quick before it disappears.
Yeah, whatever.
Look at all
Alright.
these sixes.
So here's what we're gonna do since everybody rolled a 6 except Johannin. We're just gonna say everybody picked up 6 pieces of fruit. And not that Johannin randomly picked up 2 and then was like, that's fine. I just want 2 guys. Just say everybody got 6 pieces of fruit since it was so unanimous there in your rolling. So you got 6.
Yay.
So mark that on your inventory sheets. And then for those of you that are eating the fruit right now, of course you'll have 5 pieces left in case you're not capable of doing math. 6 minus 1. So as you bite in to whatever piece of fruit it is, whether it's a cherry or an orange or an apple, whatever piece of mystical, magical, like delicious fruit it is, it's the tastiest, most amazing, most mouth-watering piece of fruit that you've ever had. You actually feel this suffusion of like energy and life within yourself. You instantly feel full upon eating the fruit. You feel like you've eaten an entire meal's worth of like nutrition and everything, and you feel well rested, almost as though you had maybe like kind of rested for an hour or so and kind of just kind of camped out a bit. Some might say you feel refreshed, almost like a short rest, perhaps.
It's good fruit.
And I don't know if you guys tell your other party members about your
Oh, guys, I'm
fruit
back. Look at all
experience.
the yummy food that I have collected in the forest.
Hey, Cork
This
shows
fruit?
up. He's got, enough like fruit. He's got regular blueberries, some blackberries, acorns,
I
foraged a couple
mean,
like small little animals. Found a mouse for Rumpelstiltskin to eat because he doesn't forget about him.
Nope.
He remembers that he
so
has a magic
Belina's
flying.
gonna look at Korg and she's gonna go, so if you don't want the fruit from the tree, you could just give it to me. I'll just hold on to it for you.
Well, I'll eat the fruit later when I'm in a pinch and I don't have access to all this other yummy food around.
All right. Well,
Uh,
then in that case, you should know that the fruit we got from the tree, it actually is very, very good for you. We just had some, and
You
I
guys
feel
ate dinner
great.
without me?
Well, you wanted to go find your own food, and
No,
I
I
wanted
said
to.
I'm gonna go get food for everybody and you ate without me.
I
You guys
had
are
an apple.
assholes.
I had an apple. I thought
You
that
are
wouldn't be
the
that big
worst
a
type of
deal.
rabbit. I'm gonna go
I
eat
thought
my
I
own
was.
food by myself now. Good
I
night.
thought. I thought
I
I was
said
your
good night.
favorite rabbit.
Cork storms off to go sleep. Do you still have your tent, Cork?
Yes, I do.
All right. Cork sets up his tent off on the edge of camp. Maybe curls up in his shell. As you guys camp out for the night. The night goes uneventfully. The woods are not as scary as dangerous as they were in the past. It works out pretty well for you. You wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, vitalized. For those of you that ate fruit, the magic, mystical, super life fruit from the night before, you don't feel hungry still. You feel like it's probably will keep you fed for a solid 24 hours.
No regret here.
These blueberries and these blackberries are so good.
You're still hungry? You poor, poor person.
I'm not
It,
poor.
it,
I still have 6 other fruits.
So I'm sure other people are, eating your fruit as well, Cor. Perhaps, perhaps Jazar.
Probably
Johnny
not.
doesn't need to eat, so
Yeah.
Of course.
Here, here.
he can eat. He could eat if he wanted to. He's just like, yeah, screw you. I'm not eating. Essentially, I guess. I don't know what robots do.
I'll eat when I want
Here,
to.
Mr. Druid, would you like some of the berries that I collected?
Miss Druid would very
Oh, it's
much
Miss Druid.
appreciate
That's what I said.
some.
Miss Druid, you can be anything you want to be. It's clearly, a different world, a different time.
And so, she happily takes some of your fruits and berries and ingests them. And she gives you a cheerful hug.
Thank you for eating the yummy food that I collected. Nobody cares about it.
I do.
Shut up.
Okay.
Thank you for the effort.
So you guys break camp,
Yeah.
head out again. And then I'm assuming you guys are gonna head kind of this straight, kind of southerly direction, and then eventually, like, you know, kind of cut over, sort of deal.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, something akin
Well, to the same
to
spot where we were
this.
supposed to meet that dragonborn.
Yeah, which is
He's
by
probably
this
clearly left us by now.
river here.
No, he said he would come every day, once a week for a month.
Okay, and I was just reminded that you guys are still blessed by your aid. Let me.
Hey DM,
Yes?
if I did something like, oh, I don't know, action surge, not action surge, sorry. What's the other one?
I'd be impressed by that since you're not a level 2 fighter. Other than that.
Oh, yeah, it's not that one. It's the
Second wind.
second wind, and then say, ate some of this yummy fruit that gives me a short rest.
Would you get your second wind back?
Yes.
There's only one way to know, but I would say probably if your members have told you that, they would know that it feels like you would.
Okay. Well, I don't know that yet, but
I'm not sure how they didn't seem to very descriptive other than please give us your fruit.
yeah, they're jerks.
Oh man, who had aid? I deleted everyone that had aid then.
I did not have AIDS.
Everybody's got eight. Sorry.
Now all three of you have the wrong hit points in fantasy because I forgot
Oh,
to
I
remove.
did. I did. Somebody gave me AIDS. I
I moved you
remember
guys
having
up.
it.
Yes, you're supposed to be 64 hit points. Johnny had
Oh,
8. Supposed to be at 65.
Are you dying?
somebody,
Then
somebody put me at 6 hit points.
Uh.
I'm fixing it. Y'all still had your magic aids.
Everybody's got eight.
This new I gotta go check your D&D Beyond reference so I can get your aids correct. Belina should have 45. That's correct. Jazar, you should have 48. Yep,
Wait,
Jazar is the other one.
I can't even remember if I rolled hit point.
Did I? I think I did. I did. Eh. 64 feels like a lot for a level 5. Feels about right.
But you're level 6.
Am I? Oh
You're
yeah, no,
level
I'm 5
6.
barbarian, 1 fighter. You're right.
No, you're good.
Managing-
You rolled it. You're good. I think everybody's right now. 'Cause I forgot to remove aid earlier. So, all right.
Jahan only has 34 health.
Yeah, she's gotten the average every time. Low constitution.
Oof.
That'll hurt, yeah.
Good thing she plays.
There's a reason I
away from the
hide
back.
behind Korg and
And
John.
she can fly every time she casts first level or higher spell. So you know, it's fine. She's got it. She's covered. All right, so you guys head out again. Another uneventful day goes by.
Best days. I'm gonna go and collect more food. For me.
I don't want to waste the rest of the magic.
What
fruit.
about
Nope,
what about
nope.
Jazar?
Fuck all
Oh,
of
okay.
you. Your
Please,
stupid magic fruit.
I'll come with you.
please. Can-
Y'all scoffed until you realized you were burning magic items just to eat. It's not funny anymore,
We
is
were
it?
just checking. We were just checking it.
I'll grab
No
enough
way of
food for
knowing.
everybody.
Don't you eat fruit from a cave that of like ancient spirits that were evil?
Of course, all the time. That's natural. Like,
But the tree was blooming. It wasn't evil
Sorry,
anymore.
the
We saw the darkness get pushed out.
magic gasm fruit.
Yeah, magic
Magic
acid
acid
fruit.
fruit.
That's what it's
It-
called.
I feel like it's another name. Is it Magic Gasm now?
Oh no,
It
it's
is
been
magic
named
acid.
by our audience member, Magic
Oh.
Gasm.
All right, it's Magic Gasm fruit.
I was going with mystical life fruit that I randomly made up on the spot, but now we're going with Magic Gasm fruit.
It has at least a ring to it, so got that going for us. Magic Gasm fruit.
All right, you forage for food for the night.
Yeah, for the party because I'm
For the
still
party.
a nice, awesome
Okay.
captain.
Everybody, you
I
know,
mean,
enjoys.
you could continue to refuse, and I could use Mantle of Majesty, and then this issue would be completely resolved.
Yeah, but then you have to use something. I just do it for free. I'll just
But
give
it's-
friends food.
All right, you guys have another uneventful night since I can't roll well on my random encounter table and wake up the following morning feeling refreshed and good to go, and head out again. For another uneventful day.
I wonder what happened to the kitty cat
When
that
we-
we saw on the way here.
When we took care of the shadows, it seems like we took care of the entire woods. If we're just casually strolling, this is
It's not cursed anymore, guys. It's a
Yeah.
nice friendly place now.
Oh, are displacer beasts a cursed thing?
No,
No, Displacer
from-
beasts are fey.
yeah, they're
But-
from the Fae.
So they could be here still. Maybe.
They could be. Are you looking? Are you gonna go on a displacer hunt? Is that what you're
No.
searching to do?
Nah. I'm
No?
getting
No.
back to Granthal.
All right. So another camp night. You guys set up your standard watch formations, uneventful, another day. Let's just get through this because apparently I'm never gonna roll on my encounter table. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. So you show up, the raging river that separates you from here to Grenthal. You can kind of see Grenthal hazy in the distance, but your companion, Indigo, does not appear to be on the other side of the river. Kind of realize that it's going to be another day or two before he shows up. And you're also currently here with the druid on this side of the river, which you might want. Based on your plan, that might not be what you were trying to do, right?
Uh, Miss Druid, do you have anything to like slow the river down for us to get across?
She give me a day, and I could come up with something. Yeah, I can't do it right now though. I would need
Okay.
time to recommune with nature.
Okay. If we don't want to wait, I could try to get a very large tree and just push it over the river, and we can cross it.
Or we could just wait a couple days and
That's
Waiting
relax here
is
on the
good.
riverside.
okay. We can wait. I just wasn't sure if you all wanted to spend more time in the woods eating the gross berries I find from the trees and bushes.
No one said they were gross.
You implied it.
And
I
we
never
are very
implied that.
grateful for you to bring them.
Yes, yes, very, very grateful.
So, are you guys gonna just wait, or are you gonna try to find a tree?
We'll wait. Sounds like the consensus is waiting.
I see camp out another night. Korg, you notice as you're kind of foraging around here, you have the ability to fish in the stream. It's a fast running, kind of torrential stream, but it wouldn't be impossible to try to do a little bit of fishing if you have the necessary equipment or a net or
I
something.
have both a net and fishing tackle.
Well, there you go. Why don't you give yourself a survival check to try to catch some fish for people? You can start trying to invent your own fish tacos.
Oh, I've got the
What?
perfect recipe.
Korg's fish tacos. Yeah, you can catch a couple fish with that.
Okay.
They're not gigantic size, but they're decent.
Okay, I've got the perfect, and then I'm gonna take some of the ration because I'm sure that comes with some like really dried bread.
Oh yeah, like hard bread, like
Yes,
a rock.
perfect. Yes,
You gotta
perfect.
soak it in water to eat it.
Yep, and I do, and I soak it in there, and I don't even like whatever, however you prep the fish. There's no good prep. It's just a cooked fish with some soggy bread. Guys, look, I made the fish tacos. Here, try some. Try some. They're very good. Promise.
I don't eat meat, but thank you. They look great.
Well, I'm going to eat them.
I'll have some.
I'm here with.
How did you
I
cook
will
the
happily
fish?
try your
Over a campfire. Just like you see in the movies where they like stick the fish like through like a stick through it, and then just like stick it over the campfire. It's just cooked like that.
So it's
not
just
great.
it's scales and all,
Yeah.
like not descaled or
Nope.
deboned or anything like
No.
that.
Nope. It's not good.
All right,
It's just prepared.
it's the
I need.
Korg.
Wait, hold on. Actually, let me look through my inventory because I actually think I have cook's utensils. No, I do. I have cook's utensils. Hold on, I'm gonna try and like actually prepare it and like remove the skin and remove the bones. I forgot that I had cook's utensils too. Yes, I'm gonna make some very good fish tacos. The best I can possibly get, as close as I can, to Phil's fish tacos. Without
Belina will
So
go ahead.
it,
Belina's gonna cast enhance ability for wisdom on Korg, that he has advantage on his survival checks to cook.
okay. You could go ahead and make another survival check for your cooking.
All right, do I do something with that?
Survival advantage with due to the enhanceability. You're already proficient in survival, so. Alright, it was almost a catastrophe as you were preparing the fish, getting everything together. But eventually you realize, like, hey, you know what? I should bone it and take the scales off. It might be okay for you as a turtle to eat it, but maybe not your friends. And you end up with this kind of mushy flatbread with kind of campfire cooked fish bits on top of it. It doesn't look like a taco.
Just imagine this, but with better bread later on. This will be far better than Phil's fish tacos Any day of the week, one day when I learn how to properly prepare a taco.
Which day of the week?
I said any one of them. Don't know them, but any of them. If you name it, I will know. It is better.
It's simple.
Tuesdays.
First day,
We should do
second
tacos
day,
on Tuesdays.
Yes,
second day. Taco
we can
second
do it on the 2 day of the week.
or taco third day.
2 day. No,
No,
taco
it will be
2 day.
the 2 day. Taco 2 day. Every day.
It could be every day. Every day is taco. Tacos today. That's why they called it second day, not 2 day.
Yeah, that makes more sense now that you say it out loud.
So
Well, we'll team
it's
it
not
up.
horrible. It has no seasoning or a real flavor profile. It's fish on soggy bread, but it could have been worse. It could have been bony, scaly fish on soggy bread. At least the fish is cooked. So, for
What do
those
you
of
guys
you
think?
brave enough to try it,
Well, Belina doesn't eat meat, but
I trust the
she
captain.
knew you could do a good job.
It's delicious.
I think I'm ready to
After
retire
trying
from
it,
adventuring and opening up.
thank you for providing us with such a
Unique.
unique.
Look, I will get much better at it. This was only the first time I tried it. I'll add like some spices and some leaves later on, and then we'll actually get good bread that isn't a hard, crusty rock like this one, and then you guys will love it.
Well, given that these are my first fish tacos, I look forward to seeing how you improve.
I'll take it. I'm excited.
Alright, so you guys camp out for the night after eating these fish tacos. You guys make it through the night okay. You don't no indigestion or other problems that may come from poor cooking in the wild. And you awaken pretty much okay. And in the morning, Yilthari, she communes with the natural order, and as she does so, she after a few minutes, she chants low under her breath, and as she pushes forth her hands, the river just parts before you, creating a dry path that you can walk across to get to the other side towards Grenthal again.
Perfect.
Yay!
We're almost there, guys. Almost there.
Do you want me to stay in the woods on this side while you go talk to the Empire villagers?
No,
Well,
I think that the villagers like us enough that I don't think there'll be an issue.
do they know
and-
of your presence? Do they even know that elves live in the forest?
I don't know. It's been a long
think the
time
only-
since their ancestors were killed by the curse that we unleashed upon this island.
Maybe don't start with that.
Let's not bring that part up at all. Let's just
Yes, but yeah.
Don't you think that they should know the full extent of
No,
what happened?
I think we should bend the story a little bit.
No,
But-
honesty
I
is
believe
always
that-
the safest policy, though. We should tell them.
I agree with the captain in that the way things escalated should not be kept secret. However, I don't think it should be part of the opening introductions.
Yeah, don't go, hey, I'm a druid and I killed all your ancestors with, dark magic. Don't do that.
If you say so.
It may be easier if I start out with the opening introductions and the explaining, and I put things in terms that might be easier for both parties to come to common ground.
You do speak quite persuasively, Sweet bunny rabbit.
That's because she has amazing body language.
It's bunny language.
Yeah. So they-
The worst. They were the worst. Oh my god. That's the worst. I think I'm gonna give inspiration for that. That's the worst. It's horrible. I gave you inspiration though.
I'm a terrible person. Anyways.
Drop the
Um.
dad joke.
So apparently, horrible puns really late at night is not inspiration.
Perfect.
This might be why I have. This is the second time I've had 2 inspiration up on my character.
There we go. Sorted.
All right.
So let the bunny do the talking. Got it.
And you guys make your way back towards the city of Grenthal. You get there into the city, the village of Grenthal. You get there kind of late in the afternoon, early evening time period. Once again, you see the children. They're kind of running around and playing. The fields of the sheep, the smell of the sheep. You know, kind of that overwhelming smell of kind of like dung that kind of filters within the air that you can never really get rid of.
Mhm.
You see the pigs kind of off in their thing, and you kind of start making your way towards the tavern to go kind of check in with Grenthal or Ambrose, Grenthal's son, the leader of this little town. And they kind of several of the villagers kind of you as you come in, kind of staring at Yelthari, this strange elfin druid, dressed in a tanned like deer skin leathers, her crooked wooden staff as she walks through, with the fiery like auburn hair and the kind of painted leaves upon her outfit. She kind of walks along with you, and as you enter in to the tavern, it's a little bustling. There's more people here, kind of gone in. Uh, a lot more than the last time. And as Ambrose sees you enter, he immediately hails. I see you've returned, and you bring a guest. Were you successful in the woods? Nobody's ever gone into the woods and come back alive.
So Bolina's going to go ahead and do her Eagle Splendor again, herself, before starting the conversation up.
Okay.
Apply, target myself, apply that effect, so we just have it. And she's going to go ahead and step forward. Yes, we did. We were partially successful. Actually, technically, we did everything we said we were going to do. We went in.
That's amazing.
But no one, unfortunately, we found the whereabouts of all of your ancestors and family members. However, the evil that was in the forest at the time did claim their lives many years ago.
He kind of gets a sad look on his face, and he nods. He's like, well, it's not like I didn't say that everyone that enters dies.
Yes. There are many fey creatures in the woods still. But it's a fey place. It's to be expected. But we did destroy the thing that killed all of your family members.
Then you mean we can start sending the loggers in to harvest the wood? We can finally get the Empire off our back.
Okay, pause. Let me
Sorry,
explain
it's
first.
this angry look upon her face as he
Let
says that.
let me explain. Calm. It would be very much appreciated if you, as the leader of the town currently, would be willing to come and have a sit down with our group and uh, this emissary of the people who actually live in the woods and had ownership of the land before your grandfather came here and used the empire's claim rights. We'd very much like to have talks, and we have a plan of what to do, but we need you to understand this. Is there a place where we can sit down and talk?
Make a persuasion check.
Be oh, that dice bot doesn't hate. 25.
He
Plus 10.
he looks at you, and he doesn't appear too comfortable with this idea. A display of emotions comes across his face as you're talking to him. As you mentioned, these people that used to live here, before the Empire claimed the land. He looks at Yelthari with suspicion in his eyes, but your gentle, persuasive words, they get through to him. He kind of nods. He's like, "Hey, let's go down to the cellar. Perhaps we can have a conversation there. If you'll come with
Okay.
me."
Hmm.
Yes.
Do I actually see them walking away?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna follow just as like.
you're all welcome to come along.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, once we get down to the basement, we're all there. All right. So,
I didn't draw a
Ambrose,
map of the basement, so
that's fine. We can role play it. It's a basement. It's full of casks of their mead and wines and stalks of bread or whatever is on the shelves. We get it. It's a basement
yeah.
in a tavern.
Lamb,
Lamb.
cuts of
Yes.
lamb hanging from the ceiling.
Wonderful. All right. So, Ambrose, this is Thari. She's one of the leaders of the druids that keep the woods. So here's the issue that we're coming across. The woods are a sacred site, and the trees there are what keep the woods alive. If you cut the trees down, then all of the Fae power and magic die from the place, and eventually you'll run out of the trees here anyways, and then the Empire won't be happy. However, we have a plan. See, our group isn't exactly allies with the Empire, and the Empire has done you no favors, and they're nothing but greedy, taxing individuals that keep coming here to take your supplies and your gold since you can't provide them with wood. What we want to do is, being that our group we're kind of freelance individuals. We have a plan to go and raid other Empire facilities for the wood that needs to be supplied for your debt, and
Oh,
supply this to the Empire.
you're talking about turning to piracy.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
We would
Perfect.
also.
we
are
prefer
also curious
privateering.
Like,
Yes, we're
I,
not.
a privateer
wouldn't
would
be-
work for the Empire, not against the Empire.
No, the privateer works for their host, not necessarily the Empire. So just because we don't work for that group, it just we're a good guy in somebody's eyes. It's just not the Empire.
I'm not
So
saying that I'm a fan of the Empire, but I don't know if I can condone trying to fight
so
them. Like,
you're
even though
not going to be
also
fighting them. You
discussed-
won't be involved. All that you have to do is, when the Empire comes to collect, you provide them with the wood that you have collected.
so
And that's all
you
you
want
have
me
to
to be a
say.
fence for you.
You're not. Well,
we have
no.
also discussed
You
exploring
keep your
to find
profits,
out-
and you. we're not trying to sell. We're trying to keep the Empire from destroying this place. Is
You're
our
asking me
goal
to
here.
take a lot of risk here? I don't really understand how it's my problem if a bunch of pointy-eared bastards die because I take their trees. And
But the
the
problem
authority,
becomes,
stands up and she slams kind of the staff in the ground as he says that, and this smoldering anger starts to like burn within her. Like, you haven't changed in all the hundreds of years you've been here. Your kind knows nothing about what it means to live with nature.
and okay, so
Let's just
but
calm down. I'll
mm,
even let's order some drinks and relax for a minute.
okay, look, just because the Empire granted you a deed to this place because your grandfather found it first, they will come here and they will destroy your town and take over everything if you can't find a way to pay them back.
But you
If you
just
try to
told me
go,
there's a way to
if
pay
you
him back.
try to go, yeah, we have a way to pay them back.
Yeah, we could harvest the
Just
woods that you just cleared.
no, they're not clear though. There's still things living there and creatures that are a danger to you and your loggers. You would be putting your people still at risk sending them in. There's no point to risk this. We could broker a peace here between you and the residents of the woods and provide another outlet to keep the empire from coming and taking the land that you and your family have settled.
There's also other avenues of revenue on the island. There's got to be something.
I mean,
Like
we
fish.
we well, not that the empire doesn't care about. Well, I mean, Phil's
They are
tacos probably
funding
about it.
the taco stand.
The Empire
Anyway,
only cares about three things: magic, magic, and gold.
yeah,
And we don't have the
this is
first two.
right.
But what if
And you don't have much of the third right now either. We're offering you a way to maintain peace on the island and keep the empire out
or
right now.
what
And then we
if
can also possibly deal with the giants, and maybe something that they're guarding or protecting will also be advantageous to
I don't.
opening up this
I
land.
don't like it. What
what
guarantee
if
do I have that you could keep us safe from the Empire? When you're off gallivanting around, robbing them and then bringing stuff here, what keeps us safe in the interim? You can't be everywhere at once, unless you've got the magic that lets you travel.
Well, I mean, if you broker an appropriate peace with the druids of the island, they may be able to extend protection in a way. That's another advantage of allies.
As you say, that Ambrose kind of looks at Ilthari, and she's still not the most pleasant looking at the time. Very upset and angry, but she gives a sort of curt nod without really saying much. But she's gripping her staff like tense in her hand as she does so.
You could say she wears her heart on her sleeve.
The,
Perhaps.
not
the,
donkey?
her emotions, seasons. What? Eladrin? Say huh? Anyways,
There wasn't
uh,
no inspiration.
it was.
Ah,
But yes. So that's the advantage here. We have a way, possibly multiple ways to provide funding to the empire to keep them from taking back what they had granted you, your freedom and your land here, and keep peace here on the island, prevent additional loss of unnecessary loss of life, and you have the peace and alliance with the member the Fae of the forest to help keep you safe.
And what about the giants?
I was going to bring that
That's
up.
something.
With or
So
without the trees that you could harvest, you still need a way to protect yourself from the giants.
Aye. That's
on
the other problem we have.
An alliance
right.
with the forest could help you.
They wouldn't be able to come from that side, so you still only have the one river. For now, you're
Yeah.
giving them the pigs, but if we can find a way to actually deal with the giants as well, then that opens up an entire another section of the island for exploration, possible uh, use of maybe there's minerals or something in the mountain that you would then gain access to if we eventually find a way to clear the giants away.
He kind of sits back in his chair a bit, thinking. Go ahead, roll a.
Um, is my Eagle Splendor still up?
Yeah,
It should be.
yeah, it's good for an hour.
Why did it only roll one dice? It's still 26. Roll another one, see if I can get
Roll
better.
another, see if
I
you get
doubt it.
higher.
Yeah. No. So 26.
Give me a day to think about it.
All right. For now, it may be best if we escort if some of us escort our Aladdin friend back to the other side of the river,
I
just
was
so that
getting pretty
he
late into the evening. You probably won't make it to the river before nightfall, and I don't really know how to say this, but your crew's been a little rowdy lately at night. This young lady you got with you by the name of Kira, is it? She's kind of been running up a gambling thing with some of the farmers here, and they owe her a lot of money.
Oh, that
Interesting.
that would be up to the captain to work on. That right, Korg?
How much money are we
Oh.
talking about?
What?
Well, you see, the problem is that the last kind of been sleeping around with three of the farm hands and the young boys, and then she's running
Whoa, wait. The what? How young are we talking about?
you know, the normal age,
Of
16,
age?
17. Of course, they're
Okay.
men working in the fields. They're
Okay.
fine, watching
Okay.
sheep. Y'all know you're a full-grown man at 16, don't you? I don't know
Well,
what it is for your kind. Like
yeah,
maybe
we.
200, 25. How old are you?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm
How old are all of you?
insert age here.
Belina is
I'm 22.
17
19.
because Lapine mature at 15, so she's still young.
22.
And the robot man, how old are you?
Don't ask him that. He's a robot.
It's insensitive.
Things get a little rusty.
Yeah. Hey, I'm very well oiled, thank you.
He's very old. Oiled.
He keeps well lubricated for occasions. Wait, what?
Oh,
As
somebody broke this. I don't know who it was.
it, he looks at you broke one of his like wooden spoons. He's like, what?
I
What?
don't know who that was.
Oh my god.
It
What does
sounds
that
like
have to do with this? Okay. So
The important thing is that your crew's a little. They're causing a lot of problems in town. I don't even know how we're gonna pay the last. And then you got two of the Worcestershire boys. They got in a fight the other day trying to fight for her hand. one of them's going to be laid up for at least a week. I think you might need to talk to him, get them in a little bit of control. I don't think it's good for you to leave again so soon.
I can
Maybe.
talk to the crew.
Okay, so I guess we'll have to head back to the ship then and take care of things there.
I don't know. It seems like the town owes us quite a bit of money.
But that's
For
woo.
let's we'll I'll tell you what.
What's your wanted
You
payment,
you
Birdman?
no, you think about the thing we talked about today, and tomorrow when I come back, I'll have thought about a way to maybe clear up some of the town's debt towards my crew. That sounds fair. Deal?
Is there anything that, they would offer us that's valuable, maybe?
Yes, a peace treaty.
Is that what you want? In order to clear the debt that your gambling whore brought?
See, here's the thing. You can call her a gambling whore, but it takes more than one person to gamble, Buckle. And don't talk about my crew that way after what we've done for you here today.
I'm not saying that we're not going to pay the wages, but it's not an inaccurate statement.
It's very inaccurate. And I would ask you to wash your mouth, because any more words like that, then we will have problems.
No, all right, okay, Cord, calm.
Gambles.
Yeah.
And she whores around.
Well, now whoring means she would get paid for it.
No,
That's different.
Why do you think they owe her so much money?
Oh, I thought they were money from the gambling. That was different.
He's about, like, 2 seconds from getting punched in the mouth.
So, okay, we're gonna walk away from this situation now because when we met Kira, she was gambling anyways too. So it's not that she doesn't do these things. We're just not gonna worry about, and we're gonna take care of some other things. We obviously need to go talk to the crew, Captain. You have things to talk to the crew about. Yes, we don't.
I have words I need to talk to him about first too, though, and I don't appreciate him talking about my crew like that.
Let's just not worry about that right now. We're gonna get there. We'll get this resolved. We're gonna change the way we talk about things because obviously right now there are more important matters that need discussed. Like, well,
like
not right now. We already discussed. No, look, Captain, you should probably go talk to the crew.
Perhaps I spoke a bit out of turn. It's just frustrating that you come in here, we've had no hope for years. You tell us we have hope, but then you tell us that we can't act on the hope. We can't harvest the trees because the elves are going to kill us, and then we owe you money even though you saved us. And
we didn't say the elves were going to kill you. We said the elves live here.
Well, we said the fake creatures in the forest might kill your people.
Those are not the elves, though.
Yeah, no.
No, that's why that's why this wonderful druid came all the way. What was like a 6-day travel just to come talk to you to try to show that they want to live in peace too. And from what I've seen, you haven't been so kind yourself.
what do you want from me? It's
Just
my
some
grandpappy's
respect right
land.
Okay. So right now, what we want is for you to think about what we've talked about today. And we're going to talk about it more tomorrow after you've had some time to process everything that has been talked about. Yes? This is
Fine.
what we want. All right? Because there's a way for everybody to win here. But everybody has to be willing and on the same page. Okay? So for now, we're going to walk away from this. We've said what needed to be said in regards to everybody's advantages. And yes, there are risks, but life sometimes has risks. We can work around those, though. Now, we're going to go to the ship and talk to the crew, right, Captain? Things to talk about with the crew. And then tomorrow we'll come back. We'll have a meal and we'll sit down and maybe we can figure everything out peacefully. Yes? Good? Sound fair, everyone? Captain?
Yes, let's. I need to. I need a drink. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll just figure it out, and I'm going upstairs to get a drink.
Belina just
Slamming
lets
the
out a
door.
large breath of air. It's like, oh.
And you guys all head upstairs, and Ambrose has to serve you the drinks. So
Where's the
he
barkeep?
awkwardly starts serving you guys drinks. He is the barkeep.
You can take this off the money that the town owes us.
How is it gonna make you pay for drinks anyways after the favor you did for us?
Thank
If
you.
nothing else, at least we can go get our dead family members. Maybe give them a proper burial.
Mm,
The audio cut out. You guys still there? Oh, shit.
yes.
Yes,
No!
we can hear you.
We can still hear you yelling.
We may have lost Belina. So you guys are chilling out.
I'm gonna go
In
talk
the,
to the crew after a couple drinks.
As you're chilling out, kind of getting your couple drinks, you see Kira enter in to the tavern. She has two very similar looking kind of younger men on either arm, and she's kind of laughing and being very flirtatious as she comes in, and she kind of gives a wink to you as she sees you at the bar, Korg, as she starts taking him over to a table where they've got some like a card game set up.
So I'm gonna go stop her now and just, or I'll just approach her now and be like, look, I know it's lots of fun to have, you got to blow off steam and stuff, but you two, it's time for you to go. Her and I have to have a talk.
They kind of bristle at you kind of entering in and kind of like puff up their chest a little bit, and they move. They're like, Mister, I don't know what you're trying to say, but she's with us. You saw she came in with us. I think that you should be the one to leave.
You have literally 2 seconds to walk away, or this is going to get ugly.
It can't get any uglier than your face.
Gentlemen, this is her boss.
That's
He
me punching
needs
her
to
in the.
speak with
No,
her.
no, punches have already been thrown. I'm drunk at this point, so. No, that's not even an attack. That's just a straight D16.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
The captain's throwing down. I'm with this.
Yeah.
Lena just sighed and placed her face, put her hand over her face.
Oh, I don't have a no-handed punch thing. Oh, here we go. That's how you do it? Nope.
Just-
How do you do this?
It's under your
There it is. Attack.
yeah. Yeah, go ahead, roll down.
This is just going for a solid punch, not trying to kill anybody.
Those are
Just to
claws, dude.
clarify. I know, but I have control over whether I knock someone unconscious or go
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
killing.
So
Oh, that's not right. Just ignore that one.
that's your second attack?
No, that's that's just a punch. It's just that there's the damage right here.
Yeah, you
One
knocked that
punch.
first kid right out. Just
And I
boom.
turned to the second
out.
one, and I said, "You're going to take your friend and walk away now." Am I clear?
He grabs a chair and tries to break it over your head.
And he's getting punched too.
The chair shatters against your shell into pieces, but does nothing to you.
I'm just gonna glare at him.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, good. This is gonna go over really good. Yeah, it went over better than I thought it would.
He starts peeing his pants and then he runs outside the bar.
You
Kira
forgot
doesn't
your
look too happy.
friend! dragging him out too and throwing him.
Several of the other pages, it kind of like dies down a little bit, and they're all staring at you. The jovial mood of the inn kind of fades away.
No hard feelings to the rest of you. Drinks are on me, and I'll go put. I have no idea how much money's worth, so like, how's 2 platinum pieces sound?
Like it'd be enough for everyone in the bar, and then
Yep, that sounds about right. That should cover it.
You're getting the entire bar wasted, apparently.
Yep. So 2 platinum pieces on the thing. Drinks for everybody. Just go back to having fun. Nothing to see here.
yeah, they kind of go back, and party kicks off.
And then I'll just have our little chat with Kira about boundaries and not fucking over the plan.
What'd you have to go do that for, Captain?
Look, they're trying to broker peace right now, and coming back from a very difficult, life-threatening journey to find out that my crew has made any sort of talk even more difficult is not something I want to hear.
What are you talking about, peace? We've been on shore leave for the last 2 weeks. Ain't said nothing about peace, Captain.
This
You
isn't
have.
you'll have.
We've been trying to take care of all of the darkness that's been going on in the Fey Woods. Look, when we go to ports, I don't have a problem with you gambling or maybe like finding a love connection every now and again. But let's not try to sleep with everybody in town and take everybody for all of their dollars, okay?
Well,
I truly
that's no fun,
appreciate-
Captain.
I truly appreciate all the hard work that you do. I really do. And you know that I got your back all of the time, anytime. But I need you to have mine too. And in this particular instance, what you're doing is not helping our situation.
She gets this, syringe look on her face, and she kind of like, stands up a little straighter. And she just nods her head very seriously. She's like, "I'm sorry, Captain."
It's okay. Look, I care about my crew and I will die for every single one of you, but just try not to make it very difficult for us to talk to people in the town without them all having ill feelings towards us.
To be fair, Captain, we usually don't stay in town this long.
I know.
When I first started fleecing them for all their money, I thought you'd back a lot.
Look, I thoroughly appreciate you and all that you do. I really do. And all I'm asking is just try not to draw too much attention to our crew. We are trying to lay a little bit low, and this is still a town that belongs to the Empire.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Now go tell those boys that, we're very sorry about all their shit that they tried to start here today. And next time to show some respect.
Aye, aye, Captain. And she leaves. All right. If we had started on time, this would be our normal stopping point for the night. So it's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm kind of curious as to whether or not the peace treaty we're trying to get going here is going to go through. That's kind of a big event point as far as I'm concerned.
Alright, so you guys want to press?
I mean, I'm the easiest to continue, so if everybody wants to go ahead, I can go ahead too, because I have the farthest behind time. So
I'd like to get to a resolution point of this peace treaty. That's probably where I want to be.
Alright, so we'll press till we get to that point at the very least. Whether that's 5 or 25 minutes from now.
Wonderful.
Alright. So you guys, what are you guys doing?
So
It's early evening.
It's early evening.
Yeah.
Have dinner.
I'm gonna
And
pay for a room and go to bed.
I'm gonna.
Burn some incense and deep breaths, deep breaths.
Go sleep on the ship.
I still have my splendor up, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and put on a show.
Okay. Go ahead and make your performance check. So they kind of, the music going on right now is not really like your vibe. It's a little slower. You still get into do like a great show. Everybody kind of watches you and stares as you kind of move along and do your dance. Everybody enjoys it, but you've done better, and you could do better. But maybe you're a little stressed out right now and everything. Better than what probably anybody else in the tavern could do, but it's not your personal best.
Charge them for it so they owe us more.
You are greedy. I'm the bard, and the sorcerer is the greedy one. How does that work?
I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm trying to get leverage.
Right. You guys do anything else tonight?
No, I'm out.
Yeah, you're out.
Go to bed.
Johannan?
Johannan's gonna watch Belina perform for a little while, and then she's heading back to the ship.
Actually, I want to.
She is gonna compliment Korg on how well he handled Kira, though. That was actually, once he got rid of the gentleman, the men that were hanging on her, he handled her remarkably well for Korg.
I had a lot of.
It's almost like he's used to seeing how pirates work.
I want to see what my dad has been doing since I left me
So your
for 2
dad
weeks.
has been on the ship. So if you head back to the ship, him and Thelsamar have actually hit it off pretty well. They've been, kind of chilling out. Thelsamar has been fascinated in trying to understand how your father talks through just sounds and mimicry and chimes. And he's been kind of teaching him about ancient Silvashi history. Your dad's learned like a lot more Silvashi words that he repeat now. He's doing pretty good. They're fast becoming good friends on the ship.
Okay. And she's the sorcerer wizard that we rescued.
That's the elder elven wizard that you guys rescued. He's been trying to teach your dad, but your dad sucks at it because he has no original thoughts or ideas. So he just kind of, he just repeats the same patterns he's been taught before, but can't connect different patterns together, and it's just not good. He's very predictable.
It's a good thing that crew member of ours isn't gambling against him.
Yeah, very good thing. Your dad would lose all his feathers.
He almost did that already.
Johnny, what are you up to? Johnny,
What?
what are you up to?
I don't know. I was just hanging out. I guess I'll go get a room too.
So you guys rest up for the end of the night. Room for the night is only, it's a couple silver pieces. They're not the most expensive rooms, but they're comfortable. They have good beds, good sheepskin, sheep wool kind of blankets and everything to fight off the chill in the night and stuff like that. Comes with some food and everything. And the night kind of winds down a little bit. And as morning comes, the next day, you guys make your way back down the center hall. Ambrose is kind of He's wiping down the counter and cleaning things up as you guys all make your way in there. What can I do you for this morning?
Have you given any further thought to what was discussed yesterday?
I gave it some consideration. I gotta say I'm not 100% comfortable with kind of being the front for an operation against the Empire.
Hey, you
But I
gotta
think
consider- it's not really against the Empire. The Empire is still getting their goods. It's just they're getting it from a different source than they thought they were.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be that very specific plan. It just needs to be a way to get them to back off.
Because let's be fair, if the Empire comes here in force, no one's gonna.
I understand that, I do, but like I want to make friends with your elf buddies and with the woods and get rid of the giants and set up a home, but is the only way to do that, is it really to go against the Empire?
Do you have another way?
They're the most powerful force on the planet. The whole
Uh,
world's been under their control for over 1,000 to end up
Not-
against them. Have you ever even seen that class ship?
Okay, not the whole world for one. For two, the Empire is also very corrupt and evil. We've witnessed it ourselves, using magic to pervert things and cause pain. It's not a good thing. The Empire, they're
What you're
very-
talking about is rebellion.
well, it's
Yeah,
not a rebellion on your part.
We still
I
need
want-
to use that as like a last resort. We want to try to obtain something not stealing from the Empire as a way to move forward first.
The elves themselves know ways of magic that may be unknown. You said you didn't have magic, but here the elves have magic.
You guys can go ahead and make another persuasion check here.
A combined one or everybody?
Everybody make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, this is gonna go great. I'm feeling good about this one, boys. Oh, okay. Went better than I thought it would.
You're like a whole charisma based. This is
I'm
ridiculous.
not.
Heck yeah.
I have 0. I am.
Wait, our other sorcerer needs to roll.
We have. Yeah.
Sorry, what did I miss? I had children wake up.
Persuasion check.
Like that?
Holy.
Just
damn.
like that.
God, we are very persuasive.
I don't want to sound ungrateful, so I want to give your idea. But I'd feel more comfortable if you could take care of our giant problem. I know it's a lot to ask after you took care of the cursed woods, but you know, we still have that threat. But I don't want to be completely ungrateful. If you help us do that, I'll give you something that might help out. It's all I've got.
Well, first of all, how big is your giant problem?
Well,
You can see it's giant.
How
The-
big are they?
well, they're as big as like maybe 3 of you.
Oh, that's a very big giant.
I they're kind of fat and grotesque, and sometimes they throw giant rocks at people. It, they don't really cross the river because they don't like getting clean. But
I
they
know
could
people who can clean things instantly like that. We have the upper hand in this fight.
they could throw rocks from pretty far away though.
But that they have to see us to hit us with the rocks. Yeah.
But we've all
I
known
well,
that I'm not
I
very
assume
good
so.
at hiding.
Right. Well, I mean, but that means we have to be close enough for them to see us to throw the rocks, right? So if we're close enough for them to throw rocks at us, we may also be close enough to affect.
Throw rocks back.
What do you have that'll help us against these rock throwing giants?
How many
Are
pigs?
they from the mountain range of New York?
No, they're from the giant Bane Mountains because the giants are the Bane. I told you we're not good at names.
Yeah.
It's my my grandfather Grunthal named us all Grunthalson. We're not good namers. The giants live in Giant Bane Mountain. The elves live in the Feywoods. It's what we do.
What lives in the lake?
The Drake. He lives in Drake Lake.
Oh, I don't want to go
It's got,
there.
but it's got like 5 heads, so maybe we should have called it like the 5 heads. I don't know. But the Drake lives in Drake Lake.
How's the Drake not a problem too?
Hey, shh, don't ask too many questions.
The Drake lives in the lake. We don't go to the lake. It's not a problem. It stays there. We could do all our fishing in the streams and the river. The
Is it
giant,
Fish River?
you know, they throw rocks at people and they try, sometimes, very rarely, they try to cross the river and eat all our livestock and the people. Sometimes they eat the people too.
So what I'm hearing is, if we take care of the giant problem that you have in the mountains, of rock throwing some giant things, then you will try to broker some sort of peace with these guys?
I'll broker a peace either way, but if you eliminate the giants, I'll do what you ask of me when it comes to the Empire, and I'll join your rebellion. That's what I'm saying.
Join the
You
rebellion.
give my people the peace, and I'll do what you want.
Can we rename this island?
You don't want to name it the Isle of Grenthal anymore?
I was thinking Serenity. What? I just thought of it on the top of my head.
What the fuck? Okay, fine. You get inspiration. Let's cross that bridge when we get to it.
There's a bridge there too. I have a rope that will help with all of the bridges, because the bridges we come across are all falling apart.
What's he talking about? And he looks at Johanna.
Our captain is very literal. So when you say we'll cross that bridge, he assumes there's a physical bridge somewhere that needs to be crossed to have the discussion.
Not
It is
literal.
a cultural difference between his people and your own.
I am not literal. I weigh nearly 500 pounds. You're literal.
I'd say it goes over your head, Captain, but then you'd probably come back with something like nothing goes over your head because you'd catch it too fast.
I'm very slow reflexes. It probably would make it. Not my strong suit.
The worst. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
I have no problem killing
we-
giants, though. Even if
I-
you have to cross bridges.
We,
it-
we can discuss renaming the island in the future. But it's on all the Empire maps as Grenthal, named after my granddad. You know, it might be a little difficult to just rename an island.
Well, it would be perfect because then when we're talking about the island, we'll know what it is. But if the Empire hears about it, they'll go, "Oh, where is that island? We've never heard of that one before," and they'll be so confused.
I have an idea. What if we
Yes,
make
Birdman.
an official writ, maybe a map update, and we have that update sent to the official archives of the Empire. And let's say it relocates Grinthal to a different area.
Ooh.
That goes above my head. I don't really understand how that plan works.
I mean, does the island drift away to a different area? How would they be all that would not really-
Well, all the islands
Well,
move, of course. They float in the ether stream.
but no, I mean, wouldn't like the last time we tried to forge documents to convince the Empire or something, we ended up trapped in a prison, fighting our way out.
That's
So,
when
that's
I
when
forged documents.
Those were some good times, though.
But my father,
Very good job, but
my father is an expert. I learned everything I know from him.
what and what you knew got us stuck getting fighting out of a prison. But I'm not saying anything against your father. He's obviously a very skilled person that they wanted to keep trapped, or else they wouldn't have been so upset at us for wanting to take him away. But I personally, after the last experience, trying to confuse the Empire with forged things, don't feel comfortable with confusing the Empire with forged things.
You don't understand. This guy is amazing. So much so that the Empire themselves would try to forge things for the Empire.
That's actually a true
They-
statement.
They got tied up in their own bureaucracy.
Especially
Idiots.
the Empire are a bunch of corrupt assholes.
All right, but for serious though, like the giants. So do you guys want to try to go kill giants right now?
Well, I'm down. I'm
I'm
saying that we should go at a multifaceted approach from multi-domain operation to get at this Empire locating Grinthal problem.
Well, I mean, once we make sure that everything else is settled here, and I don't know when's the next shipment due to the Empire.
The Empire tax collectors are supposed to be here in 2 weeks.
Okay, so we have 2 weeks. And do you have enough to pay the taxes this time around?
Well, I mean, we can give them the last of our fishing boats, maybe. I should tide them
Oh.
over, yeah.
How
Yeah.
much? How much is your tax?
Well, we owe 50 Aether logs a year. We're behind in taxes for about 80 years now, though.
What do you normally give them?
Well, first they started taking all our ships, stranding them here. Oh, then we give them some of the sheep. They took some of the boats. Sometimes they take the kids, enlist them in the military. The pigs, some of the houses, all our jewelry. And then sometimes they just take people, and then they tell us that we owe them.
And
So
none of
does that
this.
make very good people at all to own anything?
Oh no, they're bastards, but they're the most powerful bastards in the world. So, you know, they kind of own everything. What do you do when somebody owns everything?
You take it back from them.
With what? We don't even have a ship.
Or
You
you
have
make it,
allies.
make it so that they don't have a reason to take it, like I was trying to do before. So, but we need to come up with a temporary solution for at least this one point in 2 weeks from now. Because if we go to take care of the giants, there's no guarantee that we'll get the entire situation taken care of in that 2 week times. Unless we have a plan in place before we go. Because the last thing we want is for the Empire to come here while we're out taking care of the giants.
Can
See that our ship is sitting out in the dock and go, oh, look, a ship, and then try and take
Can we talk to the druid about getting enough wood to cover while we go take care of the giants, and then after
Did
we
you
take
just
care
break
of
another one of my
the
foot?
giants?
Or
Oh,
perhaps we
no, it
could
was like
dock
this when I found it.
closer.
It wasn't me.
Can we scout around the island to maybe find a different entrance to the giants area while, taking the ship with us so they don't take it?
maybe put the ship somewhere else around the island that they won't see it. Because I don't want our ship sitting there when the tax collectors come. Because then they'll be like, oh, look, a ship. We're going to take this one. And that would not be good for us.
Do you know the tax
That's
collector on
smart.
a first name basis?
No,
Is it a
it's a
different
different
person?
one every year.
Ah,
So if we move the ship, oh, there's an idea. The ship only doesn't work over the Fey Woods. Yes? So we
Aye.
should take the ship around to the backside of the mountains and sneak up on the giants from the backside because they know things are down here, but maybe they don't know we'll come the other side. And then our ship won't be here to be taken by the Empire, and we'll be taking care of the giants at the same time.
That could work. Maybe. If they don't hit your ship with a rock.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I'm not the healer. I don't know. The only thing I got is my granddad's old pistol. It's the closest I ever come to fighting. He gestures towards that strange, like rune etched pistol that hangs up on the wall for his head.
Ooh. What's that?
Oh, I forgot. That's what I was gonna give you to help with the giants. And he kind of reaches up and he takes it off the wall. And he kind of, as you look at it, it's, this. It kind of looks like your standard kind of flintlock pistol, but it's got this round chamber in the middle of it. And he kind of flicks it and it pops out, and it's just got like this cartridge type area where you could put something. And he kind of, but there's nothing in there right now, and he kind of closes it up. He's like, this is what my father used when he used to work for the Empire back when scout for him. He called it a what did he call it? Something stupid. An aether blaster. Yeah, yeah. See, you put an aether crystal inside the chamber, and it can shoot magic out of it. It's pretty cool. We don't have a crystal though, because sometimes, if you use it too much, the crystal breaks and shatters, and then it's kind of useless. And my grandpappy shattered the last crystal before I was even born. It's just been hanging off of the wall forever. But if you could find a way to use it again, like he used to say that you could buy the crystals back in the Empire, and you could put different kinds, and you could like shoot fire and lightning and magical energy and stuff. But we've been stuck here forever, so I don't know if that's true.
I mean, we'll definitely tinker with it and see if we can find something to make it work.
yes, definitely. That could be very useful for us dexterous types.
So
But
he
For sure.
slides it over the bar over towards you guys.
I'm gonna tinker with it.
quick, so maybe Belina turns to Johannan. Can you get a hold of Jack and ask if she can track down where the um, the shipping lines of maybe a provider of ether would maybe just for now, just in case. Not that we need it right away, but as a contingency possibly. Cause
I'll go ahead and relay that message through the stones in an appropriate number of words, but I'm falling asleep, so um, I do as I'm asked.
Okay. You you send that through and you get a pretty quick response. It's like, uh, we'll look into it as soon as we find a new hideout to set up shop in. Getting close now.
Do we want to also let Jack know about this island and she could set up shop here?
We gotta wait a day to do that now.
Yes.
I mean, we
But
kind of want to remain slightly anonymous from them too, I would think.
okay.
Well, would it be,
Yeah, Johannan,
go ahead.
Your empire's most wanted right now.
Yeah, we don't want more people knowing where we are so they come find us.
Grinthelson had asked earlier to go get the remains of his lost loved ones. Would it be too much to ask that druids and the Grinthelsons travel together and try to get to know each other a little better while we're gone?
While we take care of. Yeah.
Makes the road less dangerous for both of them.
Yeah, we could do that.
So, Johnny,
That?
from your tinkering, on the pistol, you kind of figure out it appears to have like these strange rune channels carved into it that can harness the focus of a pure aether when you place a crystal in it, that'll shoot out these unerring like blasts of magical force against targets.
Neat.
But it requires an aether crystal to power it.
So why don't I want to ask our druid bro if he has an aether crystal
Well, didn't we?
lying around?
What about that rock that we found? It's like the other rock.
Which rock that you found?
The one that we sold. We found something
Yeah.
similar, right?
Yeah, but you guys left it behind.
I have a tier of Gaia.
I
Gaia.
don't know. I've given you guys like aether crystal like 9 times. I swear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have the tier of Gaia. What is that?
No, you use that on the tree to get
Oh, I thought that was the life fruit thing or the.
your magicasm fruit,
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Well, we had an aether crystal.
Well, when we were ransacking that other ship, what all did we take from it? Like the one that we sold that they blew up. That
You
was
didn't
just engine parts, right?
Yeah, you took engine parts, but you haven't had the time to retrofit them into your ship yet because it takes at least a month of downtime to retrofit your aether core engine to accept the larger parts.
Okay.
all right. So for next,
I don't have
I
the stone.
for now, I mean, for this month, in the next 2 weeks, you're gonna have to come up with the funds. We can give you. I'm willing to give you out of my money some additional gold to help pay part of the debt. Not too much because they'll want to know where it came from. You can just say some people came through and spent a lot of money at the tavern. I don't know, but and then you can use that to supplement maybe with your ships and everything the tax towards the empire for the 2 week period. And then while we go take care of the giant issue and get our ship away from your dock so the Empire isn't curious about it.
It sounds like a plan then.
All right, I will go ahead and what like 250 gold ish. How much do you think would be appropriate for covering back taxes?
Never even seen that much gold.
What do you think would be appropriate? What do you think that they think is not? Because I'm not good at this.
It's a small inn, maybe 20 gold. That would be a lot for a year.
20 gold would be a lot per year.
Nobody
Okay.
comes out here. You're the first people we saw in like 2 years outside the Empire.
I feel like we've already given you 20 gold.
Yeah, I feel like
In services.
we'll take care of it ourselves. Yeah, we'll handle it while you go handle the giants.
All right.
I've been handling the Empire for 80 years.
Okay. I just don't want one last thing to be the straw that broke the camel's back when we're gone, because that would just be awful.
Hey, we'll take care of it. Don't worry.
All right. So while we're gone, you go ahead and do that. You can work with the druids to take care of the remains of your family members, and then we'll go ahead and head out for the giant shoot after we restock our rations.
Hi. We can do that then. That's where we're at for the
Does
night.
that sound good to you, Captain?
What? Oh yes, that sounds like a very good plan. Yes, we'll do that one. Just I'll follow you guys.
Another spoon, didn't you, Captain?
Yes. Broker peace.
Alright, that's where we will end for the night.
All right.
Cool.
Always
And
fun.
we're level 7.
Both longer and shorter than usual.
All right, yeah, that was a good session, guys. That was fun.
Alright, and now we can hopefully get on some regularly scheduled sessions and